Okay, next, right, we're going to add some information page and the interactivity onto this. So the plan is, now we have the button, right, and it's ready. But when you click on it, nothing happened, right? So what we plan to do, first, when we click on the information page, it should jump to my information page. And when I click on introduction page, it should replay the animation again from the beginning. Okay, so we have to define a marker on each stage, you know. So first, I'm going to move to the information page and create the information page, all right? So where is my information page? Right now, here is the main, right? So it's stopped right here. So I'm going to set up my information page right here, okay? So I'm going to set my information page in here. So how do I'm going to define this is make it look different, right? So I'm going to type something on here, okay? I'm going to type the information page on here. Okay. So when you click on it, you will know what is this, right? So I'm going to type this is information page. Okay, this is information page, and then I'm going to make it real big, like 48, right? And then, okay, Arial. Okay. Right. So what it look like? Oh, it looks like that. Okay, that's it. This is information page. And I change the color to yellow. Okay. No. I change the background to. You see, when you create everything, right? You have option. When you go to sprite option, you can change the ink, you know, to background transparent, and you can change the background to white, right? And then you can change the foreground to, you know, different color. And then you can even change the opacity. Okay, so in this case here, I just, you know, just put it right there. So now this page is information page, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to define it, you know. Okay. So I'm going to define this frame here, info. So when you click on the score up here, right, it's create a new marker. And when you have a new marker, so you have to name it. In this case here, I'm going to name it info, okay? Info. So it doesn't matter uppercase or lowercase. So you can just name it info, you know. Doesn't matter if you use uppercase or lowercase, okay? And what else you need in here, right? You also need to put on exit frame, go to frame on here. Because when it jumps to this page, right? You want to stay on this page. So you have to click, you can borrow from this page here, from the main page, by copy, sprite, and then press sprite on here, okay? So you can copy and press. So now we have the info page right here, okay? So this is information page, right? And then what else we need? We also need the intro, right? Where is the intro? When the intro, right? When I hit the intro, I want it to replay the animation in the beginning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a new marker here and say intro. Okay, so on the new marker here, right, it just say intro, but I do not put anything else, you know, to tell to stay on this frame. because I want it to run animation introduction like that. Okay, so now it's all set, you know, right? We got introduction, right? And now we have to tell the machine, right, to when I click this and go to info, right? And when I click this, it's go to into introduction. Okay, so now let's do this, right? By, you know, each button, right, you have your own behavior. How do we know this? We have behavior here. So you look at the icon right there, right? This is the icon behavior. If you click on it, so you see on your right hand something happening on your right hand. When you click on it, the property inspector behavior showing up, right? Now you have two behavior. One roll over cursor chain and another one roll over member chain, right? So you have to create a new behavior. In this one, the new behavior should call something that makes sense to you. So I'm going to call go to info. Okay, go to info. So I'm going to create a new behavior by go to plus right here and say new behavior. Okay, and when it's new behavior coming up, right, you just name something that makes sense to you, you know. So in this case I say go to info, you know, just something to remind you. That's it. Don't worry about the anything, right? And then now we have to put the script into it. So you select the behavior you want and you go to the script window right here on this icon. You can see that, this icon right here, and click on it, right? So it's popping up the script behavior. So in this one, right, it's have empty script, right? So what you want to write on this part here, right? What I want to write on this part is I would like to click the mouse, right, and it's go to my info page. How are we going to define clicking the mouse, right? On the mouse, right, you have, when you roll over, you move your mouse over something. It's called roll over, right? And when you click your mouse, it's called mouse down. Okay, and when you release your mouse, it's called mouse up, right? And so which mouse behavior should I define? On roll over, or on mouse down, or on mouse up? Mouse up, right? Because if you check on most of the button in here, right, on the standard graphic user interface, the thing will trigger on mouse up, you know, because it will allow you to change your mind on that, you know. In case when you go, you know, like when you want to close the window, right, you move your mouse there and you click it, but suddenly something happened in your mind. You want to change your mind, so you just, you know, slightly move your mouse, slowly move your mouse away, right, and release your mouse outside the close button, so it's cancelled, right? So that's the way the program standard user interface define the trigger. So we define it on mouse up. So we type on mouse up. On mouse up. On mouse up, go, right? Go where? Go to info, right? Because we create the, remember we create the marker called info right here, right? So when we define it, right, we're going to define on mouse up, abbreviation, info, and close the abbreviation and end. That's it. On mouse up, go info and end, right? But yeah, don't forget to have the abbreviation mark between in front of your info and on the end of your info, and then you compile. And then another marker that we have, right? We have intro, right? Okay. So that's another button that we're going to create. Okay. So we're going to create the the into the intro, right? Okay, right here. So you define the intro and you go to the new behavior. Okay. And now this one I say go to intro. So this one, just remember, just for your memory only, you know, you can type, you know, uppercase, lowercase, whatever you want to. And then when you got the behavior, right, you have to assign the script by clicking the behavior and then clicking the script icon. Okay, click on the script icon right here. So now you can define this one, right? On mouse up, go abbreviation, intro, and remember uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter on the marker, so you don't have to worry about uppercase, lowercase, but you know, get used to it with all lowercase and end and compile. Okay, now let's rewind and test the software. Okay, rewind now and play. So when I click info, so it jumps to my info page right there, right? So this is information page. And then if I click introduction, so that means it's going to replay from the beginning again. So now let's check out the timeline, the way this thing works, right? Okay, now you see this, right? It stopped right here on the lingo command, go to frame number 6, right? And then if you go to info, so it jumps to info marker. So when you click info, so it jumps to right here, right? And the reason it jumped to right here because you have the behavior to tell. It jumped to here from the marker. And it stay here because you have the command to say go the frame, stay on that frame. And then if I click introduction, it's going to intro marker right here and start moving along back to this side again because we do not tell the machine to stay on the frame right there. Okay, intro, jump. So now you can see the idea, right? Okay, so this probably will be the idea. And before we end this, right, I'm going to show you how we're going to compile and publish the execution file, right? After you've done this, right, you probably want to save it, okay, before it crashes. So you can go to stop and then you save it, right? Name whatever you like, maybe I name it demo 3, okay, demo 3. Okay, one more thing. I like to import the sound to it. Okay, so to make some noise on this one. Okay, so I turn on the speaker. Turn on the speaker, right? And of course, you can import the sound. What is the good sound format that you probably want to use? WAV. No, WAV file is 1 minute, 10 megabytes. But MP3 file is 1 minute, 1 megabyte, right? So you probably, you know, file size of MP3 more efficient. So you probably go for the 128 bit rate on the MP3. Okay. So now we import the MP3 file here. Okay, let's see where's my MP3 song. Download. Okay, that's the one. Okay, import. So when you got the MP3 song, right? Click on the info right here or Control I, right? You probably want to loop it, you know. So you want this file to be, you know, like keep playing. Okay, so I drop on the one of the sound channel and drag it all the way to the end. Okay, and in this one, right, you probably go to spike option, sound option, and you click on loop. So what happened if the sound finish, right? It will keep looping your music on that. Okay, and then we go to publish setting. Okay, so in this particular one is quite important because when you create your content, right, maybe you want to give it your friend on the Macintosh, so you can click on the Macintosh. So we can create a window projector, so you name whatever you want to. In this case it's named demo 3, right? And also you can create a Mac app, so it's running on the Mac. And then the shockwave DCR file. Okay, so this one is quite interesting because if you create a DCR file, right, you can also have option to HTML and image file, right? With the shockwave content, it allows you to distribute your directed content over the web browser, so you can set it to the internet as well. All right. And then there are a few options here that I like to mention on the projector tab, right? If you click on the projector tab, you're going to see a full screen and animate on the background. So in this case here, I'm not going to check full screen, okay? And you see what happened. And I'm going to say animate on the background. So this means if you're working on other application, this application still running, do not pause, something like that. And then center of the state in the monitor, so something like you want to make it. And also a few options on that, probably you do not need to check it just yet. And then one thing that you might want to include is called include or extra. If you work with your general file format, you know, you probably do not need it. But sometimes when you distribute your content to some machine, right? So you might want to include, you know, all the support file with you. So you check include all extra. So that is quite handy when you do that. And also compressed file, which is on the abbreviation of shockwave format only. So this one is mean if you do the shockwave content, right, your file can be compressed very small, but you're going to trade up with the image quality. So when we create the directed content, right, mostly we distribute on the computer kiosk or on the CD, DVD, ROM. So you do not have to worry much about the space. You just worry about the beauty of your content, okay? And after that you're done, right? You click on publish right here. And it's going to warn you should know to quit. Choose yes to save. Okay, so I'm going to save it. And after that it's going to generate the application with running on the transparency background, and it's going to float on. You can move this just like one of other applications. And when you click on the introduction, so it's just repair, and you can click in the information, so you come to information page. And when you click on the minimize and maximize, right, so it just give you the option of, you know, to close box, or if you want your target to really concentrate on your content, you know, without seeing other application running, right, so you can uncheck this part here, you can uncheck the full, you can check full screen right here, and then you click OK, and then you come to the stage, right? On the movie option here, right? On the movie option, let's see. Right. On the display template here, they have one option is called title bar option. So if you want people to just concentrate on your content, right, just make it center, unresizable, and uncheck all the minimize, cross box, visible, all this title option. You can uncheck that, and then you save the file, right? There are one option here is called save and compact. So in case when you have your cast member import and you decide you're not using it, right? So you remove it and you save and compact. The file will optimize for you, okay? Right, so I save and compact, and then now I'm going to run the publish again. Now you can see with this option, people will focus on your application only. You'll not be able to see the background. Alright? You'll not be able to close the box. Alright? So what happens if you want to quit? Right? You probably have to press escape, Ctrl Q, or alternate F4. Or you can create quit button for your application. Okay? Alright. Okay, so after this, right, I'm going to let you do on your work, and I'm going to show some students how to create the interface in Photoshop. Okay.